Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wally Rauda. I'm your host for today's BizTalk, the future of e-commerce trends and strategies. I do need to remind many of you that you will not be receiving any certificate for this session unless your video camera is switched on. Mary Jane Orencio, I need your video camera, not a picture or a poster. Michelle, it has to be your video camera, not a picture or a poster. It must be your live video camera. It must be on from the beginning to the end of the session. Should you switch off your video camera at any point during the session, you will not receive a certificate of attendance and completion of this training. The certificate of completion of this training can go on your resume as training completed, so you can help get you a better job. If you do not switch on your video camera, you are not entitled to a certificate. You must switch on your video camera with your video live feed from the very beginning to the very end. Should you switch it off at any time, no certificate will be issued. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm coming to you live from the city of Singapore. Has everybody here been to Singapore? Has anybody been to Singapore? Fantastic. Wave your hands if you've been to Singapore. Anyone? Wonderful. Welcome. Singapore is known as Malayan City, the second most globalized city in the world, one of the most powerful economies in the Southeast Asian hemisphere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BizTalk. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most important subjects that affects every business around the world today. That is e-commerce. E-commerce. E-commerce is a critical element of any business survival or success today. For without e-commerce, businesses cannot survive. This is my final reminder to Michelle Lamuna, Mary Jane Orencio, and anybody else who has their video camera switched off. Unless your video camera is switched on immediately, you will receive no certificate for attending this session. All video cameras must be on at all times should you wish to receive a certificate. If you switch off your video and show a photo or a poster, you will not get a certificate. It must be your video camera. Can everybody hear me? Can you wave your hands if you can hear me? Can everybody hear me? Wonderful. Welcome. All right. So let me start today's session. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? Yes or no? Yes? Very good. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to talk about why e-commerce is so important in business. Why is it so important? Why does e-commerce play such an important role? Here we go. Okay. All right. So why does e-commerce play such an important role in business? E-commerce is a driver for many businesses around the world. Everybody can see my screen, correct? Yes? Everybody can see my screen? Yes or no? Designers, can you see my screen? Very good. Excellent. Okay. So e-commerce, ladies and gentlemen, is what? Anybody can tell me what is e-commerce? Okay, who can tell me? Potu, can you tell me what is e-commerce? Potu, can you open your microphone and tell me what is e-commerce? Unmute your microphone, can you? No? Okay, let's go to someone else. Emily, what is e-commerce? Do you know? Unmute your microphone, Emily. What is e-commerce? Hi, Emily.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
What do you think e-commerce is, Emily?
Electronic commerce that is trading of goods and services online. It's a business through online.
Very good. Excellent. Go on. Keep going.
And it's a business to buy and sell increasing amount of physical goods, digital goods, and services through electronically.
Very good, Emily. Very good explanation. Thank you, Emily. let's go to someone else. Ibrahim, can you tell me what does e-commerce mean to you, Ibrahim? Can you unmute your microphone? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
E-commerce means when a productivity or product purchase or sales in online. It's
Okay.
the sector of e-commerce.
Okay, so but e-commerce provides a platform for sale of goods and services online. But what does it mean for payment? Does that mean the customer can pay for his goods online?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Very good, Ibrahim. Very good. Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me go back to my PowerPoint. Right now, you should all be seeing a slide called Your Definition of E-commerce. Right now, you guys told me what you think e-commerce is. All of you are on the right track, but a lot of you only give me what we call the layman's definition of e-commerce. What you all forgot to tell me is that without e-commerce today, no brick and mortar business can remain profitable. And that's a fact. If you run a brick and mortar business and you have a shop front, but you don't have an e-commerce presence, the chances of you remaining profitable are very slim. You might break even, or you might make a profit, but the percentage of profit would be very low because 99.999% of consumers today, post-COVID-19, look for e-commerce presence. And that's where 90% of their money is spent. Except for in little towns or villages where they have problems with e-commerce and they have no internet connection, there may still be a need for a brick and mortar shopfront. Let's talk about e-commerce. E-commerce, ladies and gentlemen, is basically an exchange of goods and services and transfer of money, payment, through the internet, through the World Wide Web. When you think of it, Amazon has over 5 million customers in its e-commerce platform. Amazon is one of the most successful companies in the world that returns a profit every year simply by running an e-commerce platform. Why? Because their platform has some of the strongest technology and artificial intelligence, which allows all of you to go online and buy from Amazon 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Is everybody here an Amazon customer? Can you put your hand up if you're an Amazon customer? Put your hand up, wave to me. Who's an Amazon customer? Come on, wave to me, everyone. Who's an Amazon customer? Wave to me. Hurry up. Who shops on Amazon? Put your hand up. Okay, good. One person only. 1 out of 150 people shops on Amazon. 2 people shop on Amazon. Wake up, everybody. Who else shops on Amazon? Wave your hands now. Very good. Much better. So Amazon became one of the world's most powerful e-commerce platforms thanks to COVID-19. COVID-19 killed millions of people around the world due to the pandemic virus. But Amazon became profitable because of COVID-19, and it remains profitable post-COVID-19 because what it did is it changed the psychology of how customers think. For now, customers are brainwashed and they prefer the convenience of shopping through an e-commerce platform. E-commerce platforms allow the exchange of goods and services and the transfer of funds simultaneously within seconds. So the reality is, if you go on Amazon now, Ibrahim, and place an order for $100, by the time I finish this lecture in 2 hours, it is 99.9% guaranteed that a robot has already printed the packaging label for your order. He has already put your goods in a basket and they're queued for a packer to pack them by hand, and they will be shipped out of Amazon's dispatch area before my lesson is finished. That is the efficiency of an e-commerce platform. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Wave your hands. Come on. Good, excellent. So what are the types of e-commerce today? Can everybody see my diagram? Yes or no? Can you all see my diagram? Yes? Put your hand up. Very good. So today, e-commerce is available through business to consumer. It's available through consumer to consumer. Some people start their own business and they sell business to consumer. Some people don't have a business. Some people one day decide to sell their car and they use a e-commerce platform that allows them to put their car on that e-commerce platform and sell it. All right, so business to consumer, consumer to consumer. Business to business can use e-commerce. Consumer to business can use e-commerce. Business to government can use e-commerce. And business to business, consumers can use e-commerce. So in simple fact, we call it B2B, B2C, C2C, C2B, B2G, and B2B2C. All right? So all of these avenues are open and active in e-commerce. Today, governments around the world actually put tenders out for suppliers on an e-commerce platform. So if you want to supply stationery to your government, you would have to tender through an e-commerce platform. It's no more about who you know or how much you pay. It's about you bidding the right quotation with the right specifications through e-commerce. E-commerce is there even when you go into hospital. E-commerce allows you to actually book your bed in a private hospital and pay for the treatment online or in advance, especially if you're going for cosmetic surgery or dental surgery. All right? E-commerce is everywhere. Does everybody know what I mean by business to government? Business to government. Does everybody know what I mean business to business consumer? Businesses act as an intermediary between other businesses and a consumer. For example, Ibrahim is an agent for a factory in India. So the factory in India sells the product to Ibrahim. Ibrahim sells it to the consumer, and the product is shipped by the manufacturer in India. Ibrahim is only the middleman who sells on behalf of the factory. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Okay, good. Sherry, you need to actually pay attention and focus on the lesson. You need to focus, not look at the wall. Otherwise, you're not learning anything, Sherry. You need to sit in front of the camera and focus. Otherwise, no certificate. All right? Okay, this is about you learning, not about you just getting a piece of paper. You need to focus. Otherwise, no certificate. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, remember, Sherry, I need to see your face. If I can't see your face, no certificate. I need to see your face. All right, so remember, different types of e-commerce. Why e-commerce? Why do we need e-commerce? It's very simple. More people are buying today online. It's no surprise that e-commerce is set to bring $9.9 trillion at the end of 2024, okay? And in excess of $4.9 trillion by 2025. Because in 2024, people are still firing e-commerce because they're uncertain about whether COVID-19 will come back or not. People are very, very brainwashed to e-commerce. However, by the end of 2025, the market cannot predict. Now, based on current buying trends, it should go up. It should go to 14 trillion or 15 trillion. But forecasts have decided that the boom in e-commerce may not last that long. But what we do know is that according to Statista data, In India, the e-commerce market in India alone, forget the world, I'm talking about India alone now, all right? Okay, is expected to reach 350 billion by 2030. 350 billion is about 3.5, 350 billion is a lot of money. It's about $3.5 trillion, okay? Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? It's reaching that amount. Okay, good. So if in India, they expect it to go up to 350 billion alone, and the rest of the world follows India, you can imagine that that 4.9 trillion at the end of 2025 is going to look more like $15 trillion. All right? Now, let me tell you, as a business person, as a business lecturer, my forecast for e-commerce by the end of 2025 will exceed $15 trillion globally, worldwide. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Any business today without an e-commerce platform has very little chance of survival. What are the advantages of e-commerce? Number one, it provides you an increased reach. You have a larger pool of customers. It provides you more flexibility to offer greater number of products and actually communicate your new products and your new promotions with your customers instantly. It provides you round-the-clock operation. If you sell your product on e-commerce, people can buy from you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Because whilst you're asleep, your e-commerce platform makes money. When Alibaba has its Valentine's Day sale, you know that there's no one working at Alibaba. The actual e-commerce platform that accepts your order or accepts more like $5 to $10 million of orders just in one Alibaba Valentine's Day sale, all right, is basically artificial intelligence working in the background of an e-commerce platform. The only time people get involved is the next day when they check their system for any rejections. Otherwise, your order is placed through Alibaba's e-commerce platform. You pay for it. The computer generates an order and a label to the warehouse who actually dispatches it, whether it's from the manufacturer or the company that actually sells a product on Alibaba the next day. All right? So remember, today, e-commerce provides you not only more flexibility, not only a larger reach to customers all over the world, but it allows you to also measure your customer profile through Facebook backend, through Amazon's backend if you're a seller, and look at who your customers are, where they're from, what they're buying, and how they're buying it. So you can improve your offering online. So there is many advantages to e-commerce. Does anybody here able to tell me another advantage to e-commerce? Who would like to put up their hands and tell me? Go ahead. Anybody can share with me another advantage to e-commerce? Okay. Desianis, can you share an advantage to e-commerce? Desianis, you want to talk to me? Okay, all right. Let's go to Sherry. Hi, Sherry. What's another advantage of e-commerce?
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. I think one of the advantage of e-commerce is they deal with the customer if their products are totally default or some defect are there. They instantly can communicate with the customer itself and they promptly exchange their default product to another product.
Very good. And that's very true of Amazon and the big e-commerce platforms, more so of Amazon compared to anyone else, because Amazon guarantees you delivery and guarantees no question asked return, providing your product is damaged or not suitable. Very good. That's a very good advantage, Sherry. Excellent. Okay, let's go on. Who else would like to tell me? Okay, go ahead, Lani. What do you think another advantage of e-commerce is? Go ahead, Lani.
Advantages of e-commerce is like it's convenient for this is convenient for the customer, and this is they have an effective customer service, and there
Right.
is a security for them to make the e-commerce.
Right. Okay. Very good. That's good. You're on the right track. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's go on. Let's talk to Rochelle Gabrielle. Hi, Rochelle. Hi. What do you think another advantage is? Go ahead.
Hello, sir, Wally,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Go ahead.
everyone. For me, sir, e-commerce is a very advantage, especially to just like me, I'm working abroad, full time in job, but still I can do e-commerce business even I'm outside in the Philippines
Right.
because
And what?
I am
Okay.
selling,
What
just
sort
like
of
I am
business are
selling
you running?
bags.
What business are
Because
you
even
running?
I'm full time in my job,
Okay. What are you
I'm running a
selling?
business of bags, different kinds
What are
of
you,
bags.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So because you're able to do business on e-commerce, you can have a job in one part of the world and still run the business online at night. Is that right? Unmute your microphone, Rochelle. I can't hear you. Unmute your microphone.
Yes, sir, it is.
Good
It's
on you,
very
Rochelle.
flexible for me. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, let's go to one more person and then we'll keep going. Hi, Roland. Go ahead, Roland. What have you got to say? Hi, Roland.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to everybody. Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good afternoon.
the advantage of e-commerce. Actually, there is an advantage and disadvantage. Okay,
Give me the
but
advantages only.
yeah. So the advantage is at least we can do shopping anywhere you are in the part of the world. So it's very easy to shop everywhere you want to at any time, 24/7.
Yes. Okay. Now that you've spoken about disadvantages, mention one to me.
Yes, the disadvantage also, because in my own experience, I shopped before in AliExpress. Uh, the photo from the website, when it delivers to me, it's different. Yeah, it means that it doesn't satisfy my own needs.
Yeah.
So what I did is to return it.
Okay. So unfortunately, when you deal with some of the smaller e-commerce platforms like AliExpress, they are still getting it right. I recommend that you try to focus on the bigger e-commerce platforms like Amazon. And as a businessman, you should make sure that if you build your own e-commerce platforms, that you don't make the same mistakes as AliExpress. But AliExpress
Yes, sir.
was created and has grown so big, but they're not investing any money in technology to actually eliminate those mistakes. So you'll find that a lot of their consumers are no repeat consumers. You buy once, you refund, and you never shop with them again. But they attract customers because of their low prices. I totally agree with you, Roland. Thank you for that. I'll talk to you again shortly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's go on. Let's go to one more person, and then we'll come back. Who's next? All right, I have Vanessa Maliawu. Hi, Vanessa, go ahead. Can you unmute your microphone?
Hello.
Hi, tell me.
Hello.
Hi, Vanessa. What's
Yes.
another advantage?
Yeah, as mentioned by Sir
All right.
Roland a while ago, it's the convenience of the shoppers
Yes, and
to
what
shop.
else?
Faster buying because we can just click tap in a computer to buy, and
Right.
then like cost reduction because we don't need to travel. We'll just stay at
Right.
home and then order.
Fine.
That's
Very
it.
good. So it's more about convenience, is that right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let me hear from two more people because they've got their hands up. Go ahead, Jacob. Hi, Jacob. Tell me, what have you got to tell me about e-commerce?
Oh, yes. Like most of the things have been said, that's what I wanted to say. But
Okay,
all in
awesome.
all,
Yes.
it reduces also some costs. What does simply mean? Some costs, the logistics, like travel logistics. Yeah, it reduces that on the person who is buying, because there's no need for them to travel. Yeah, they'll just
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, all right. So ladies and gentlemen, I can talk to one more, then we'll go on and I'll talk to Darwin in the next question. Keep your hand up, Darwin. I'll come back to you. Hi, Taubuso, go ahead. Hello, Taubuso. Are you there, Taubuso? Taubuso, you have to switch on your live video feed, otherwise you will not get a certificate. Okay. All right, so remember, ladies and gentlemen, that advantages of e-commerce and many are far. And the advantages change every day. Now let's talk about the advantages for consumers like me and you. Then we'll talk about advantages for you if you run your own business. Number one advantage that you all mentioned is convenience. Does everybody understand that? Convenience. Number two advantage is you're able to offer more products, a wider range of products on your e-commerce platform, okay? So you don't have to keep all the products in your warehouse. You can offer them on your e-commerce platform, and once the customer pays you, then you can ask your manufacturer or distributor to ship directly to the customer. Or you can carry smaller amounts of stock, and when they go down, you order more stock. So e-commerce allows you to offer more products online. E-commerce allows the customer to actually find better deals and discounts. But for the customer, he or she can also find a wider range or a wider selection of products. So if Alice wants to buy a new t-shirt, she might find 200 different t-shirts, all pink in color at all different prices, a different selection. So for the customer, it's convenience. It's a wider range for you to choose from. You can choose the best price for that product, and you save time from having to go to the shop. You can do it while you're on the bus, on the train, in bed. You can do it from your mobile phone. It allows you to actually read about the product and the provider. You can read the ratings. You can decide whether he has a good reputation, whether the product has good reviews or not. You're allowed to have the product personalized. On some e-commerce platforms, you can have your name engraved. You can have your name stitched onto your towel. It allows for personalization. You can even put your details into Amazon and your preferences. So when you go into your Amazon app, it will only show you products that fit your size and your preferences. And number 7 is accessibility. You can shop from the comfort of your own home, which again comes to convenience. Discounts and promotions. Online shopping allows you to find discounts that you might not see if you go to one shop, when you shop physically in the shop in your city. It allows you easy returns, as you all said, access to international shops all over the world, not only the shops in your country, and it allows you 24/7 customer service around the clock. Do you understand what I'm saying, Roland? Roland, do you understand what I'm saying? Hi, Roland. Do you understand all the advantages of e-commerce for the consumer? Yes or no? Thank you. All right. Also, it allows the consumer to make their payment through a secured platform online. Does everybody understand that? Arjuan, do you understand that, Arjuan? Arjuan, do you understand what I just said? Arjunan? Thank you very much. Okay, Maricel, do you understand what I just said? Maricel Trezona? Thank you. All right. Maria, you understand? Very good. Okay, so remember that advantages of e-commerce for the consumer is not only convenience, accessibility, a wide range of products. Hello, Arjane. How are you, gorgeous? Wave your hand to me, Arjane. Wave your hand, gorgeous. Enjoy your milk bottle. Enjoy. God bless you. You're beautiful. All right, so remember, convenience of secure payment online. But overall, e-commerce provides a consumer with a convenient, flexible, personalized shopping experience that saves the consumer time, offers access to a wider range of products and services. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Wave your hands. Very good. All right. Who else have I got here? Catherine Elau. Do you understand what I said, Catherine? Can you wave your hand? Very good. What about you, Jocelyn? Do you understand? Jocelyn? Very good. Excellent. Okay. Welcome, Jay Lee. Jay Lee, do you follow what I've said so far, Jay? Jay Lee? Do you understand what I said? Yes? Very good. Excellent. Okay. So let's talk now about the disadvantages of e-commerce. What are the disadvantages? Well, the biggest disadvantage that e-commerce platforms around the world face is security threats. People actually stealing customer data from their database. And the reason why Amazon has been so careful in not allowing that to happen is because Amazon has the latest 8x security on all its databases and platforms around the world. So to breach an Amazon security firewall is very difficult. But I'm not saying it can't be done, but it would be very difficult compared to Alibaba and the others because of the high level of security that Amazon has gone to the cost of investing in its platforms. Okay? Does everybody understand that? So the biggest threat of e-commerce is cyberspace or cybercrime. The other disadvantage is that it's highly competitive. You can advertise a product for $3 and Zanel could have a company doing the same thing. Straight away, she will reduce her products to $2.50 so she gets your sales. So if you're running an e-commerce platform, you have to constantly monitor what your competitors are doing and adjust your pricing. Otherwise, you will lose market. The other disadvantage, if you're going to run e-commerce, is you have to have the right logistics network in order to be able to deliver your goods and services to your end consumer. Does everybody understand that? You have to have a logistics network. If you offer e-commerce without the right logistics network, you will suffer and you will eventually bring your business to bankruptcy because people will write bad reviews about you and no one will come back to your platform. So do not try to go into an e-commerce platform unless you have the right logistics providers in order to deliver your product. Now, the easiest way to become an e-commerce seller is to put your goods on Amazon or to have your goods sold through Shopee or Amazon. The good thing about Amazon is you can have the goods delivered to their warehouse. They will store them, they will ship them, they will promote them on Amazon, but they charge you a service fee. Now, that's the easiest way to start an e-commerce business. And last but not least is the downtime. Okay, downtime means losing customers. So if your website goes down, if your e-commerce platform gets hacked and is taken offline, every day that your e-commerce website doesn't work, you potentially lose customers and reputation. Violeta Vasquez, if I don't see you on camera in the next 5 minutes, you will not get any certificate. Violeta Vasquez, you need to be sitting in front of your camera learning, not playing. If you disappear off camera again and I cannot see your face, you will not get a certificate. Please look at the camera, Violeta. You are here to learn, not to play. All right, Violeta? Please look at the camera, ma'am. Thank you. All right? So remember, ladies and gentlemen, the disadvantages of e-commerce are potential security threats, highly competitive. You need to meet your competition. You need to have the right logistics system in place, and you need to make sure you have now no downtime. So having your product on Amazon, which is controlled 24 hours a day with an IT department, is an advantage. But if you put your product on your own e-commerce website and the website goes down, then the chances are by the time you've got it fixed, you've lost opportunities to sales and lost customers. All right, so now that we've looked at the advantages of e-commerce for business, for customers, the advantages of e-commerce for the customer. Remember, what is the customer? The customer is the business's most important asset, right? Okay, yes or no? Because without the customer, you don't have a business. Now, let's be clear in our definition. The business most valuable asset is its employees. Most valuable asset is its employees because they are the ones that make the business successful. The most valuable asset. But after your employees, the most important asset you have to keep your employees employed are your customers. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? All right, fine. So for a business, e-commerce increases your reach and takes you to places where you cannot afford to open a physical presence. Why would you open a shop in Africa, Algeria, Mexico, when you can simply sell your t-shirts from your home in the Philippines and people in those countries buy them? It's the convenience of having your product exposed to millions of people around the world. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Very good. The cost of running an e-commerce business is a lot cheaper than running a brick and mortar business because you don't need warehouses. You can put them in Amazon's warehouse or have them shipped directly from your supplier's warehouse, or you can have a smaller storage area in your home. More efficient. People can buy today, have it delivered tomorrow. All right, remember that operational cost goes down because if you have a brick and mortar store, you need more staff, more rent, electricity. If you have an e-commerce platform, you reduce your operating costs, increase your profit. And the cost of acquiring new customers, your customer acquisition cost is lower. Because if you want to attract people to come to your physical shop, you have to advertise. And it may cost you $5 per customer to bring them into your shop, or $50 per customer to get them to buy a Rolex watch. So the cost of actually acquiring a customer by having a larger market landscape through e-commerce is much cheaper. Because when you use e-commerce, you can access many more customers than what you can if you're advertising for a brick and mortar store through your own website. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Because when you put your product on Amazon, all 5 million customers on Amazon get to see your product. But if you only put it on your own website or Facebook or your own social media, only the people that follow you will get to see it. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Very good. All right, and the most important advantage for a business in e-commerce is that you can collect data about your customers' buying habits and their profile. You understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Remember, I told you in previous lessons that collecting data about your customers is very important. Does everybody remember the 5 C's of business? What are the 5 C's? Does everybody remember the 5 C's of business? Okay, who can tell me what are they? Raken, what are they? Go ahead, Raken. Can you share with me? What's one of the 5 C's? Unmute your microphone, Raken, quickly. Hi, Raken. What are the first?
Hello,
the first one?
sir.
Hi. What's the first one?
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm unfamiliar with the.
All right. Okay. All right. I want you all to write these down. There is 5 C's of any business, and these 5 C's are the core ingredients of your business. Number 1 means being customer centric. Everybody understand that? My co-host, could you write it in the chat box? Customer-centric. You must be able to understand what your customers are thinking and what they want. You must put yourself in your customer's shoes, number one. Number two, you must be product-centric. Product-centric, Mr. Govind. Product-centric is you must completely understand the product you're selling, what your competitors are selling, and what makes your product better than theirs. Number two. Number three, you need to be price-centric, Mr. Govind. Price-centric. You need to understand how much your potential customer is prepared to pay for your product. How much are they prepared to give away of their hard-earned cash for your product? Price-centric. Number four, you need to be market-centric. Yes, Jay, you need to be market-centric. That means you need to understand where are the best marketplaces for your product. Should you sell pork in Saudi Arabia? Obviously not, because Saudi Arabia bans pork. Only foreigners are allowed to buy it with a foreign passport. So obviously, if you want to rely on selling pigs in Saudi Arabia, you would lose money. So you have to decide where is the right marketplace or countries in the world where you want to offer your product and through which platforms. Do you understand that? And right now, for any e-commerce retailer with products, the most powerful platform is Amazon. All right, guys? Does everybody understand that? Okay, good. All right, so we've got customer-centric, product-centric, price-centric, market-centric. Can anybody tell me what the last one is? Anybody? Anybody know? Put your hand up. Come on, Catherine, wake up. The last one is called being service-centric. Service-centric. Wake up. Mr. Govind, are you typing these in the chat box? Please type them in the chat box. Customer-centric, product-centric, price-centric, market-centric, service-centric. You must understand what your potential customer expects of you in the way they can pay you, in the way you deliver the product, and how convenient you are. Service-centric. Does everybody understand what I mean by the 5 elements of centricity? Yes or no? Yes or no? Does everybody understand? Are you sure? Okay, good, excellent. So let me just ask a question. The 5 elements of centricity are critical to any business, not only business, but to any form of business. Mr. Govind, where are you? Why aren't you typing these in the chat box? Okay, let me write them for you. The first one is customer-centric. The second one is product-centric. The third one is price. Just bear with me, please. Price-centric. One moment, please. Okay, price-centric. The next one is market-centric. And the very last one is service. Can everybody copy those down, please? We call these the essential 5 C's. Everybody got that? Has everybody written them down? Take a photo of them, all right? Everybody written them down? Yes or no? Wave your hands, come on. Very good. So, if you get the essential 5 C's right, then being able to get the advantages of running your business on an e-commerce platform should be easy. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes? Can everybody see my screen again? Can everybody see my screen? Very good. Excellent. The other advantages are that the customer has more options. He doesn't have to pay in cash. He can pay by credit card. He can pay by Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Alibaba Pay, Google Pay, Apple Pay. The customer has more advantages. All right. And you as a business can accept payment in a lot more ways. You can offer more products because when you actually use e-commerce like Amazon, Thomas, you have the access to their back end where you can observe buying trends and you can decide what new products you need to bring on or how you need to adjust your pricing or product specifications in order for you to win more customers. Do you understand that, Thomas? Yes or no, Thomas? Can you wave to me? Very good. You're able to have a competitive advantage by seeing how much you're offering your product, how many people looked at it, and what your customers' buying habits are. If Jocelyn only buys t-shirts under $5 and you're offering t-shirts for $20, but the last time Jocelyn bought, your t-shirt was $5, that's telling you that your customer base in the Philippines wants a cheaper t-shirt, so you can adjust your prices because you can monitor the buying habits through e-commerce back end. Flexibility and scalability. You can grow your business all over the world because it's now on the World Wide Web. You can provide better customer service and support by having online chat. You don't have to have people come to you. It's convenience. And you can provide more personalized marketing. Because when you have a proper e-commerce platform, you can actually use that platform to target certain products to certain customers based on their buying habits. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? For example, Thomas, if you were selling ladies' underwear, you could target the underwear to girls who buy those sizes. If you were targeting t-shirts, you could target all your t-shirts to the girls who always buy t-shirts of that color, that size, in that price range. If I'm selling pens or watches, I can target my watches to customers that are in the market for watches or watches of that description and that price range. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Very good. Let me take you one step further into e-commerce. Today, e-commerce is not only available to people buying products online. How many of the girls here have booked their appointment at a beauty salon, at a hairdressing salon, chosen their hairstyle, chosen the hairstylist, and paid for their haircut before they go to the salon? Has anybody done that through e-commerce? Put your hands up. Yes or no? Guys, you now can do that on e-commerce. If you go to some of the largest hair salons, the international brands, the one from Korea, Japan, France, or some of the big brands in the Philippines, you don't have to go to the salon and choose your hairstyle. You can go to their website. You can choose the haircut you want. You can choose the color you want. You can choose which hairstylist you want. You can make the appointment and you can pay for it before you arrive at the salon. Because if you pay in advance, they give you a 20% discount. All right, ladies, there you go. I just taught you something you might be able to do the next time you want to go to a salon. All right, just go to the internet, look for salons on the website in your city, go to their website and look at their e-commerce power, how you can book appointments and pay for your treatment before you arrive. you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, good. So e-commerce is not only something where you can sell goods, but you can also use it to sell services. Today, students from universities in China, they find it hard to write their homework and do their essays, right? So what do? They go to a website asking for someone to write their essay for them. So they go into this website where they can, websites that advertise, we write your assignments, we do your projects. They actually put their project questions into the website, and somebody in the world who thinks they know how to do their project, they will tell them how much they have to pay. The student pays for the project to be done by his credit card, and 2 or 3 days later, he will get the project in a Word document in his mailbox. He will change his name and submit it to his university professor. Now, if he's lucky enough and his professor does not run it through plagiarism software and find out that it's been copied from some book, the student might pass. But if the professor doesn't check it and reads it and think, wow, this is good, the student gets a straight A, but it's not his work. It's the work of e-commerce. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? You follow that, Mary? Do you understand what I just said, Mary Pellis? Mary, do you understand? Very good. All right, so everybody understands why e-commerce is such a driver in today's business world. It is a fact, ladies and gentlemen, that if you want to be part of the $14.9 trillion revenue that's out in the world to be earned in 2025, you better have an e-commerce platform. And you can quote me. Wally says that based on my analysis of the e-commerce market, in 2025, there will be a minimum of $14.9 trillion spent globally through e-commerce. You can bet me on that. I put my name to it, all right? Okay? Why? Feng Shui, I'm basing that on the numbers from this year and the growth over the last 3 years since COVID-19, okay? If you look at this, that overnight, when COVID-19 struck the world, Amazon sales multiplied 25 times. Amazon's customer base multiplied at the rate of nearly 100,000 customers a day. Do you understand that, everyone? Amazon became the world's most profitable e-commerce platform thanks to COVID-19. Jeff Bezos was smart enough to start an e-commerce platform, but he didn't know that COVID was about to come. For him, it was like a lottery, because what it did is it magnified his business 25 times overnight. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand that Amazon is not a $1 million, $2 million, $3 million business. Amazon is a business that runs in excess of $500 million a year. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? And where does Amazon get that money from? It's from the commissions they charge their sellers for selling the product on their platform. Do you know how many sales have to be done for them to generate that sort of money? I'm talking about trillions, okay? Trillions in sales in order to get that much in profit. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Very good. Okay, let's go back to my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, can everybody see my slide again? Can everybody see my purple slide? Can you wave your hand? Yes or no? Thank you. So, flexibility and scalability, better customer service and support, more personalized marketing. All right, let's go on. Insider intelligence projects that Amazon to be one of the top retail e-commerce companies, not only in the world, but in the United States, to see the most growth over the next 2 years. Based on data they gathered, they forecasted growth of 9.9% in 2023 for Amazon and 11.7% in 2024. Now, Amazon reports its end of 2023 results by June 2024, all right, if they haven't already reported them. And they will report their end of 2024 results in early 2025. But let me tell you, based on insider intelligence, Amazon will exceed 9.9% growth in 2023. Their growth will be something like 11 to 12% in 2023. In 2022, it was more like 25%. In 2021, when COVID first struck, it went up as high as 35%. So Amazon is projected not only to be profitable in the United States, but worldwide, because it is e-commerce. What are the advantages of e-commerce? Let's look at them and summarize it. Orders can be placed from anywhere at any time. There is no operating costs. You can run the e-commerce platform from your home. No rent, no staff. You can actually put it on Amazon. They will charge you a commission and pay you the balance. It helps in connecting people across the world from different markets to your supply. It retargets the customers, because if a customer goes to Amazon to search a t-shirt and you are on Amazon, they will get to see your t-shirt. And there is always detailed product information offered, so you don't have to have staff to answer questions, because you have a description in your e-commerce platform. Let's go to the disadvantages of e-commerce. There's no guarantee for quality of product like AliExpress. Well, that might be the case for AliExpress, but when you buy from an international e-commerce platform like Amazon or Alibaba rather than AliExpress or Shopee, most of these companies now have actual refund guarantees, especially Amazon. Personal touch? Well, people don't want personal touch. They want the convenience of shopping from home at their own convenience. So I think convenience would outweigh the lack of personal touch, unless you're buying a $100,000 diamond ring. Can't try before you buy? Again, you need to try it. If you're only buying underwear or socks or t-shirt, you don't. Okay? Long delivery period, that only is the case with some shopping platforms. With most shopping platforms now, they tell you the delivery time before you place your order. All right, and security issues. There's security issues even if you go to a shopping center. Security issues are everywhere. If you go to a shopping center and some gunman opens fire like he did in the US and kills people in the shopping center, there's security issues. I do admit that online shopping has security issues with hackers stealing your details, but the chances of that happening are just as bad as somebody with a gun going to a shopping center and shooting people walking around the shopping center. Remember, e-commerce today, ladies and gentlemen, is all about, e-commerce today is all about the future. E-commerce today is all about the technology that is making e-commerce more popular. That is augmented reality shopping experiences. Remember, I told you about you being able to book your hairdressing appointment at a salon online. You know, I need you to understand that these e-commerce platforms are very highly sophisticated, because when you go there, they ask you to switch on your camera and take a picture of your face. The computer then will show you suggested hairstyles for your face. It will ask you whether you want long, short, medium, short, curly, and then it will show you 50 pictures. Then it will ask you to select one picture. Then it will tell you who the stylist is and how much this haircut will cost and what other colors you can use. All of this is done through e-commerce platform with augmented reality. Does everybody understand that? Because of the technology that is in the background to make sure you are able to simulate what you look like with what you're going to look like in the future. You understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Very good. One moment, please. All right, so the next element is the availability of blockchain security. Okay, so blockchain technology now allows increased security for your personal details, and it allows you to know who can see your information and who can't. Blockchain security is security that is on hand through 8x or 8 times security platforms, similar to the ones that Amazon and Alibaba now use around the world. It's similar to the security that your banks use when they allow you to do transaction overseas. Customized loyalty programs. If you buy from Amazon or Shopee online, they have programs where you earn coins and discounts through e-commerce platform because they're able to track your purchases. You can buy your airline tickets online and get frequent flyer points with the airline, so you can get free flights. E-commerce, customized loyalty programs. Eco-friendly e-commerce. Today, more than ever, customers are becoming environmentally friendly. They want environmentally friendly products. You have you must have the ability to guarantee your customers privacy for what they buy and their payment. E-commerce can do that today. More personalized subscription models where customers can subscribe to you to have their favorite wine delivered every month. You need to build e-commerce capabilities that will allow you to capitalize your business through e-commerce. Omni-channel e-commerce means you being able to deliver seamless shopping not only through one country, but countries around the world, and not through only one store, maybe through Alibaba, through Amazon, through Shopee. You should try to put your products on as many stores as possible. Scalability, you can scale up, flexible. You can sell your products in more markets. And if you need to, you can reduce the number of markets where your product can be shipped to. You can make your product available through mobile commerce. You can implement artificial intelligence and augmented technology where your customer can actually order through your website by telling your website one t-shirt, model 151A, size 12. They can talk their order, and at the end, they can pay for their order through e-commerce. And lastly, but not least, is what we call headless technology. Decoupling the back end and front end to reduce risk of increased innovation. Complex product filtering and sorting, offering product filtering and sorting to optimize product search. So that means when the customer searches for product, you don't need to have people at the back end. The automated technology in your e-commerce platform can help show the customer the products they want simply by then putting in words relevant to the name of that product. If they put in pink shirt, it will show them long sleeve shirts, half sleeve shirts. If they put in t-shirt, it will show them polo shirts, t-shirts of all colors. So you actually allow better filtering for your consumer, which is what your consumer wants to save time. And last but not least, you have to have a chatbot that will be able to answer questions that customers type into your website or e-commerce platform when you're closed. Remember, key factors to consider when choosing e-commerce software is 1, user friendliness, 2, being able to use it on a mobile device and how quickly it works on a mobile device. You need to look at the cheapest platform which your business can afford. You need to have, you're able to read about or get reviews by customers about your product through the software. You need to be able to provide some sort of support and service, which is one of the advantages of putting your product on Amazon, because they have round-the-clock support and service. And last but not least, your e-commerce software must be secure. Because remember, if you run your own e-commerce platform and data about your customers is stolen, you may be prosecuted in your own country by your government for breach of data protection legislation. Does everybody understand that? Most countries around the world now have data protection laws, data protection policies. If you operate an e-commerce platform and hackers steal your customers' information and your hackers complain to your government, you as the e-commerce operator who have not implemented the right levels of security could end up being fined or prosecuted. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Wave your hands if you understand. Come on. Wave your hands. Mary Ann, do you understand? Wave your hand. Okay, good. So what are the processes or the strategies you have to go through if you want to implement better e-commerce? First, you have to develop your strategy. You have to implement your strategy. And on a regular basis, you have to review your strategy. What does this mean? 1, you have to have people, okay, to develop the strategy for you. You have to have a process by which they develop the strategy, or a process by how you're going to implement that strategy and the goals and the objectives. And you must have technology. But before you implement it, you must analyze your current business. You think you are customer-centric, product-centric, price-centric, market-centric, and service-centric. Do you know who your customers are and what products they want and what parts of the world they're going to buy them in? You need to have a list of actions that you want to prioritize. What is most important for you? Receiving the order, packing the order, delivering the order. You need to focus on each of the elements in the development stage. Then, when you go to implementation, you need to actually focus on starting up your e-commerce business. Then you have to put it through a trial in some countries, make sure it works. And as it works in one country, you open it to other countries. Then you embed it to all countries around the world. And on a constant basis, you constantly review your e-commerce platform, add more products, add faster processes, better service, and make it more convenient to your customers. And of course, on a regular basis, you must review your e-commerce strategy and platform. You must constantly assess how many people are visiting it. What are they buying? How much are they paying? How often are they paying? What is the feedback you're getting about delivery, etc.? All of this is important, and review should be done on an e-commerce platform. If not monthly, it should be done quarterly, half yearly, and annually. A lot of e-commerce platforms review business track on a daily and weekly basis. It depends on how big your e-commerce platform is. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, how can e-commerce benefit you? Well, very simple. It will optimize delivery costs and speed because people order and it's delivered directly to them. They don't have to come to your shop. And if you put it into an Amazon warehouse or an Amazon ecosystem, the delivery charge is borne by the customer and you don't have to have your own logistics network. You're able to offer your customers secure payment methods, not like some small businesses. They advertise on Facebook and say to the customer, oh, you order from me, I'll give you my bank account number, you can deposit to it. And for all you know, some hacker just stole your bank account number through WhatsApp, Telegram, or Facebook. That's how dangerous it is. You should not be putting your WhatsApp, your bank account details over Facebook. You should not be sending them by WhatsApp. The securest way to send them to a customer is to either call them or email them. Do not get caught putting your bank details over Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram. The next thing you'll know is somebody will hack your account. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? All right. Free shipping. By putting your product on e-commerce, just like when you order food from Grab, sometimes Amazon will offer free shipping to get more people to buy from their platform. So when the people buy your product through the platform, they may get free shipping depending on Amazon's promotions. Fast shipping. Of course, as Amazon has warehouses in more than 20 countries of the world now, the chances are it'll be delivered within 1 or 2 days, 3 days at the maximum. And they are able to process returns hassle-free around the clock because of the Amazon policy. And that means you don't get a bad name for your business. Do you understand that, everyone? Sustainable business practices. You're able to manage your business practices. You're able to control them, maintain the level of goods, the prices you sell at, targeting people with more products that they want, and monitoring the feedback so you do not ruin your brand or reputation. Okay, so what will e-commerce do for you? Very simple. It'll lower the startup cost of your business. It will increase visibility of your products. It will move your products off the shelves faster. It will overcome geographical barriers because you can offer your products in more countries. It will leverage opportunity to target new customers all over the world. It will reduce operational costs for you. It will constantly update your market insights by providing you information about buying habits. It will provide you promotional tools and real-time marketing through websites and e-commerce platforms. As soon as the product goes up, people can access it from all over the world. It will provide you abilities to promote and launch new products more often than waiting to launch them in your store and having to wait for people to come into your store. And of course, you're able to offer round-the-clock customer service through a chatbot or through a platform like Amazon or Shopee. The advantages of e-commerce for Amazon are very straightforward. Increased reach, more efficient transactions, ability to offer millions of different products. They have some 5 million products on their website now at any one time, and they have in excess of 5 million regular users. They have more marketing and export opportunities. They have more competitive advantage by being able to offer more products at lower prices. They have more flexibility and scalability by offering their products through the Amazon e-commerce space. And you're able to use or provide your customers better customer service because Amazon will provide your customers, when they buy your product through the Amazon e-commerce platform, round the clock, 24-hour service and support. And more personalized marketing, of course, because Amazon actually learns, the artificial intelligence at Amazon learns about every customer that visits their site and looks at your product. And those analytics help Amazon to promote your product to the right customer. And they're able to show you that information in the Amazon backend, so you know how to differentiate your product or come up with new products. So at the end of the day, what does e-commerce do for you? It saves you money as a business. It requires lower costs for you to keep your business running. It allows you to target larger geographical areas around the world. It allows you to get extra knowledge about customers who visit your website and buy your products. It allows you to target the same customers over and over again. It allows you to offer your customers more affordable products and promotions on a regular basis. And through e-commerce and e-commerce technology, you reduce the errors that you could make if you were selling in shop or a sales assistant undercharging a customer. And you minimize the errors of shipping the wrong product rather than doing on Facebook and having people say, I want model 22. And at the end of the day, they say, sorry, I thought model 22 was black, but it's pink. Can you change it for me? So with e-commerce, you reduce those errors because each model is pictured, the colors there, and they order that specific model and that specific size. Ladies and gentlemen, what we've done today is we've simply covered what is e-commerce, why is e-commerce important, what are the strategies you need to focus on to develop e-commerce that's going to meet the demands of your customers in the future. And more importantly, we focused on how e-commerce plays a role in today's consumer behavior. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, now it's time for me to answer questions. So who would like to ask the first question? Put your hands up, please. First question, let's go. Hurry up, first question. Okay, Jerry, what's your question, Jerry? Go ahead, Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Are you there, Jerry? What's your question?
Yes.
Go ahead. Do you have a question?
There's no question, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, Jerry. Anytime. Thank you. Okay, anybody else have a question? Okay, come on, I need to have some questions. Desianus, do you have a question for me, Desianus? Go ahead, Desianus. Say hello. Unmute your microphone. Hi.
Oh, hello.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I have a question about security.
Yes, go ahead.
I think security is still suffer in e-commerce.
Well, I do agree with you, Desianus. Security is still an issue, but with technology today and with Bitcoin and blockchain technology, security has become a lot more, what I suggest, it's become a lot tougher to breach. So there is still security breach chances, but the probability of happening are decreasing. But I do agree with you, yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Well, you know, Giannis, you know, I know many e-commerce platforms, and the chances of an e-commerce security breach is minimal, providing you're using the right level of security or e-commerce security. But that all comes back to which e-commerce platform you use. And you must make sure that you have blockchain technology and 8x security in your e-commerce software before you launch it. But of course, if you don't have the level of security that's available to e-commerce platforms, the risk becomes larger. And I do agree with you, Desianus, there's always going to be a risk, but it depends on what precautions you take to limit that. And I believe that the benefits of e-commerce outweigh the risk of security today, providing you have the right security measures and firewalls in place. Does that help you, Desianis?
Thank you. Thank you for.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question, mate. Okay, let's go to the next person. Thomas, it's good to see you again, mate. How are you, Thomas? I can't hear you. Hi, mate. How are you?
I'm fine. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, I'm concerned about the global regulation about e-commerce. Global regulation. Is there any global regulation on e-commerce globally?
Okay, let me explain that. In many countries, certain products cannot be sold. For example, if you're selling marijuana online, you'll be taken down very quickly by Interpol and by your own police force. Okay, however, when you go onto an e-commerce platform, if you're selling pork product or product that contains certain kinds of chemicals, depending on what sort of products, there are restrictions, but you will only know what they are once you try to advertise your product through an e-commerce platform like Amazon, etc. Now, if you don't want to use Amazon or any of the big platforms who will usually do the homework for you, you need to actually go and look at the government regulations in the countries where you want to sell your product. For example, if you want to sell electronic cigarettes, you know electronic cigarettes?
Yeah.
Electronic cigarettes cannot be imported or sold to countries around the world, including Singapore. They are banned in like 19 countries around the world. So if you're going to sell electronic cigarettes around the world, you would have to check the regulations in different parts of the world. So when you put it on an e-commerce platform, Amazon will only offer it in countries where they're allowed to ship it. You understand that?
Yeah.
Because there is repercussions. If your product gets sent by Amazon to Singapore where it's banned, okay, the repercussions will come on Amazon and on you as a seller.
Okay.
You understand that? Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So what we say in business, you must do pestle analysis. You must understand the political factors, the economic factors, the situation, the legal factors, okay, and the environmental factors, which may affect the sales of your product in a certain market. Do you understand that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, sir. But if you have a particular product, Thomas, and you want to know about its allowability in any particular country, you can always WhatsApp me and I'll give you some help. All right? No problem. Okay? You're welcome. Thanks, Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next? Hi, Jay. Welcome to the session. What's your question?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. You said earlier that it is also e-commerce that provides services, right?
Yes.
So I wonder, does online lecture also can be in the category of e-commerce? Because
Online...
it provides an intangible service called knowledge.
Yes, of course it can. It can be online, and a lot of companies now charge their students via e-commerce. There is a lot of language schools around the world where you pay $20 for 3 lessons and they charge you by credit card and e-commerce. However, it depends about the product, the tangible product like education. It depends on the brand and how they sell it. But yes, it is available through e-commerce. If you go to Harvard Business Review or Harvard Law School and you want to buy copies of lectures or essays, they're all sold through an e-commerce platform. You're absolutely right, Jay. Yes, it is possible. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right. Okay, go on. Let's talk to Sherry. Hi, Sherry. What's your question?
This is regarding to what is happening in Philippines, sir. Mostly because of e-commerce. Philippines is one of the number one online customers all over the world. The problem is some of the products which come from Lazada, Shopee, let's say that way, when we are ordering online, especially for gadgets, some earphones, some cell phones, when they comes to us, there are some, not all, but there are some deliveries or delivery company that they're sending this product, but when it comes to the customer itself, they didn't give the product. Instead, they give some like a scam. They give you a pillow. They give you a hollow blocks or rocks inside the box itself. My question if is the e-commerce companies are like they're having this or stepping up to like so give a solution about this one?
Well, Sherry, that what you're saying is fraud, it's theft. If you pay for a
Yeah.
mobile phone and get a pillow, that means you're dealing with a scammer. You're not dealing with a proper e-commerce platform. And what you should do is file a report with the police in your country, all right? Because the police need to take action against the seller because he scammed you, all right? No proper e-commerce platform would deliver a pillow when you've ordered a mobile phone. Do you understand that? All right? Does that answer your question?
A bit.
All right. You can't. I mean, there is no, you know, if you order a mobile phone, they deliver your phone with a free pillow. That is possible. But if you order a mobile phone and get a pillow, that means they're stealing from you. They're thieves. They're scammers.
Yeah.
And the only way to stop that is to blog about them on social media and report them to the local police in the Philippines who have an e-commerce fraud unit, and they will go after them. Do you understand that? Yes
Okay,
or no?
sir.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go to another question. Hi, Melba. What's your question? Go ahead, Melba.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Fine. I have a question, sir. For example, what are the some key metrics of the track of any e-commerce model?
I can't understand you. Could you repeat that slowly? What is your question?
What are the some key of metrics to the track of e-commerce model?
What are the samples of what? Sorry, I can't understand you. Can you slow down? Say it slowly. What is your question?
What are the some tracks, some key of metrics of the track of any e-commerce model?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't understand you. Govind, did you understand the question? Govind?
Cannot write for you. What are the some key metrics of track?
Payment mode. Payment
model?
mode.
Yes,
Payment
sir.
mode.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the payment modes that you can use in e-commerce? Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
That's
Okay.
right.
Well, e-commerce platforms, any reputable e-commerce platform around the world will take credit cards, debit cards, bank transfer, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Alipay. Any of those methods can be used with any reputable online e-commerce platform. So I think Amazon currently has 15 payment methods currently. All right. So once you go to an e-commerce platform, you're opening the channel to many different payment methods because they are payment methods provided by Amazon and secured. Now, Amazon gets probably $5 or $6 million an hour paid to it by its consumers. So for you as a seller on Amazon, the only thing you care about is how Amazon pays you to your bank account. But what it does by putting your product on an e-commerce channel like Amazon, that you're providing the customer multiple ways of paying for their product. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, okay, let's go on. Let's go to the next person. Yes, Maxon, do you have a question? Go ahead, Maxon. Yes, Maxon, go ahead. Can you open Maxon's microphone, Govind? Hi, Maxon. Hi, what's your question, Mr. Maxon?
I was asking if you can get a soft copy for the lesson.
Sorry, copy of the lesson?
The soft copy, maybe through the email.
So you will only get a soft copy of the lesson After you've attended the full
Yeah.
lesson, you will get it with your certificate next week, providing your video camera has been switched on for the whole lesson. Providing you've been here for the whole lesson and you've attended the whole lesson, you will get a certificate and a copy of the lesson by email by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
And then I think we have a problem in the timing.
What do you mean, sir? I don't understand. What is the problem?
Some of us are in the East African countries, so we have a problem with time.
What is the problem?
The Singapore time and the local time.
Okay. Unfortunately, sir, because we offer this talk to 25 different countries, students from all over the world, some countries find that this is happening in the morning. For most countries that are here, it's happening afternoon. So I do understand, but right now we only offer this at one particular timing. So I do encourage you to make yourself available at this timing. In the future, we may review the timing, but right now it's because I have more than 200 students here, and the majority of them are currently in a time zone where it's afternoon or evening. So I can't really, I do know that in some African countries or one country in Europe, I have students where it's early morning. But I really encourage you to wake up and join us, because at the end of the day, you're learning and you're getting a certificate, which is giving you an additional qualification so you can apply for a better job. But you know, I understand that, Markson, and we're working towards fixing that. All right, mate?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Markson. Goodbye. Okay, go ahead, Govind. Is there any other questions? All right. Has everybody enjoyed today's session? If you've enjoyed my session today, come on, wave to me. Come on, everyone, please. Moda, have you enjoyed my session today, Moda? Hello, Moda. Moda, the beautiful girl in pink. Wave your hand to me, Moda. Wave your hand. Good girl. Imi, have you enjoyed today's lesson, Imi? Imi, wave your hand, Imi. Imi, Augustine. Good. Excellent. Awais Al-Ilahi, how about you wave your hand? Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my absolute pleasure to have you here for BizTalk. I need to thank you all for joining me today, but most importantly, I need to thank my co-host and my boss here today, Mr. Govind. Thank you for making this session such a success. Let me talk to Darwin. Hi, Darwin. Where are you from?
Hello, Sir Wally. I'm from Philippines.
All right. Do you have a question for me, Darwin? Go ahead.
Yes, I have one question about e-commerce.
Yes,
Only
go
one
ahead.
question. Okay,
go.
my question is, what is the most effective way to promote an e-commerce website?
Okay, I'm going to ask you 3 questions which you need to answer me specifically for me to be able to give you the correct advice. What is your product? What is your product, Darwin?
For example,
what is it? What is the product, Darwin? What is the product? Are you there, Darwin? You need to talk to me so I can answer you. Are you there, Darwin?
yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
What is the product?
For example, medicine.
I can't hear you, Darwin. You need to fix your microphone and speak so I can hear you. Sir, can you look at the camera? Can you stop moving around? I can't hear you. What is your product? I'm sorry, Darwin, I can't hear you. Can you fix your microphone and put your hand up again? Govind, can you message him? I can't hear him. If he wants to type it in the chat box, I'll answer his question. Okay, next person. Hi, Ibrahim. Would you like to unmute your microphone?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, Ibrahim.
How can customer review system or work in e-commerce?
How can a customer
review system
review system in e-commerce? Okay. Usually, if you go to somewhere like Amazon, after the customer makes a purchase, he completes a survey. And usually when the customer receives his product, Amazon sent him an electronic survey. Now, providing the customer bought your product, you will see those results through the Amazon e-commerce back end. Okay? All right? It's the same when customers buy from Shopee or from Alibaba. After the product is delivered, the customer gets a survey through their mobile phone or email. And providing you sell your product on those platforms, you will get to read the feedback at your back end. All right? But also, most customers, when they buy from you on social media or through Amazon, they usually know the company. And usually, if they go through Shopee and they're very happy, they tell Shopee. But a lot of customers will also go to your own company's website and put a review on Google. But the most powerful tool through e-commerce platforms is that the platform, whether it's Alibaba, Amazon, or Shopee, they always survey their customer after the product is delivered. So they're actually saving you money as the seller because they're doing the survey on your behalf. All right? Does that answer your question, Ibrahim? Very good. Thank you, sir. All right. Do we have any questions in the chat box, Mr. Govind? Any questions in the chat box, sir?
No.
No. Okay. Where is the student that wanted to ask a question? You still have his name? Where is he? Darwin, can you talk now? Is your microphone working? Can you try again? Unmute your microphone. Go ahead, Darwin.
Yes, sir. Okay, first, I will repeat my question. What
No,
is the most effective
okay.
way to promote an e-commerce website when my product is mobile phone?
Okay, well, you're in a very competitive industry, Darwin. Unless you're selling mobile phones, which are original, not fakes, and you are selling them with a permit from the distributor, that means you're an official Nokia retailer, or you're selling them on behalf of a retailer, you should not be going to an e-commerce platform because you can get sued. You understand that? Yes or no? All right. Now, if you buy phones and sell them secondhand through social media, you're lucky because no one has sued you. But if you're trying to market phones, branded phones through e-commerce, you must be representing a licensed retailer or have permission from Nokia, etc. Okay? So if you want to sell Nokia phones on Amazon, then Amazon will ask you for certain guarantees before they let you sell them. Because let me explain. If you say to Amazon, I have a mobile phone shop and I want to sell my phones online, you have to show them that you have a mobile phone shop, you have a license, and you have to show them that all the products that you're going to put in their warehouse are brand new and genuine. Okay? So mobile phones are a very, very strict commodity because there is warranties that come with them and there is a lot of fakes going around the world. All right? So if you are a real mobile retailer and you want to sell mobile phones, I suggest you put them on a reputable website like Amazon, Shopee, all of those reputable websites. Do you understand that? Alibaba, you don't want to go to Alibaba because Alibaba represents China and all the Chinese brands are there. I don't think you want to put Nokia or iPhone on Alibaba. But if you want to try to sell iPhones in China, you can, but it's a cutthroat market. But my best advice to you is you need to do what's called a SWOT analysis of how many other people are selling your product online, where they're selling them, what brands they're selling. You need to be customer-centric, product-centric, price-centric, and market-centric. And then if you need help, you can message me and tell me what the result of your analysis is, and I can tell you which one is better for you, whether it's going to be Shopee, Amazon, or one of the other stores, all right? But you have to be very careful with mobiles, Darwin, because I've seen a lot of young people like you try to sell mobiles and they've ended up having to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you better be very, very careful, all right? Okay?
Yes.
All right. Now, unless you're selling
Yes, thank you.
second-hand mobiles, unless you're promoting second-hand mobiles, and you promote yourself as a second-hand mobile shop. And that means every phone you have, you would have to put on social media with its picture and its model number and say only limited 1 unit available. If it's second-hand, it's different. But you would always have to stipulate that it is second-hand and it's only has 1 month warranty. But if you want to sell new phones, you better be very careful. All right, mate? Okay? Thanks, Darwin.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I have more questions. Yes. Hi, Rochelle. Go ahead, Rochelle.
Sir Wally,
Yes, go ahead.
please help me because I don't have experience in ordering Amazon. That's why when every time you are asking, I cannot raise my hand. So my issue is like this. I have this favorite towel, microfabric absorbent towel is my favorite towel for cleaning.
Right.
And this one was bought before in Taiwan, and I cannot find here in Macau. So I checked in Amazon. The problem is if I'm going to order this kind of towel, is the handling or the shipping fee is price expensive than the original price of this towel.
Yeah, that's because the towel itself is not in Amazon's warehouse. That means it has to come from another country to where you are. So let me explain how Amazon works. The towel manufacturer, the people that are selling the towel at Amazon, actually say to Amazon, I only want to put this product in your warehouse in this country. All right? Okay? Now, I'll give you an example. If I make that towel, and I say to Amazon, I want to put my towel in your warehouse in Singapore, Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Europe, and Germany, Amazon will then say, okay, in each warehouse, you must put a certain amount of towels. Amazon will put that stock in their warehouse and they will let you try to sell it. If it doesn't sell, they'll return it to you and take you off their site. But this is not the Amazon problem. The problem is here, the person who makes those towels, the seller who puts them on Amazon is not prepared to have them in more countries. So what he's saying, if you want to buy my towel, you pay the handling fee to Amazon because it's cheaper for me to put my stock in only one Amazon warehouse. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Very good. Excellent. So the point about that is the lesson you learn. If you believe your product has a global market, you should put it in as many Amazon warehouses as you can. Do you understand that? And that's part of you setting up with Amazon when you become a seller. And if you need any information about that, you can let me know and I'll help you. Okay?
Thank you, Sir
You're
Wally.
welcome.
It's sold
You're
now.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Let's go on. Yes. Arjwan. Hi, Arjwan. Do you have a question?
So can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I want your phone number, so I want to ask you personally something.
Okay. Govin, can you send my mobile number to Mr. Arjwan by private message? My co-host will send it to you by Zoom message. Look at your Zoom chat box. He will send it to you now. All right, Arjwan? Okay, Mr. Govin, can you send it to Mr. Arjwan? Mr. Arjwan, when you receive it, just reply okay to Govin, please. Okay, all right. Okay, I got a question from Jerry about how to set up Amazon. If you go to Amazon's website and look at it, how to become a seller, and follow their instructions, they will ask you some questions and about information about your product, etc., and they will guide you through it. If you still have any problems with that, Jerry, again, let me know and I will help you. Can you also send my information, Govin, to Mr. Jerry Pantiel? Send him a private message with my WhatsApp number. Jerry, my co-host, will send you my number. All right? Okay? And also, can you send it to Basma Udin? Govin, Basma, B-A-S-M-A, Udin, U-D-D-I-N. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here today. It's been my pleasure to be your host. for this BizTalk. I hope you've all learned something. I hope you understand the importance of e-commerce in order for you to survive as a business. Let me remind you of one last example. McDonald's, the biggest fast food chain in the world, used to survive by selling its product through its restaurants where you walked in and bought a hamburger. Today, McDonald's sells more product through e-commerce than by people walking into its store. People go to the McDonald's website through e-commerce, pay McDonald's directly in their country, and have the product delivered to their home. McDonald's today globally earns more revenue selling its food online than it ever did through its own stores. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Does anybody know how many French fries and hamburger orders McDonald's processes daily around the world through its e-commerce platforms? Does anybody have any idea? McDonald's in Singapore alone, on a rainy day, can process directly through the McDonald's home delivery website through e-commerce somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 orders. Singapore alone. And that does not include people who go to Grab or, one of the other food platforms, all right? This is directly through McDonald's. So if you take 14,000 McDonald's outlets in the United States and the McDonald's e-commerce platform that operates in every state of the United States, and how many people order directly through McDonald's home delivery and not through Grab or one of the other platforms, that is how much e-commerce has done for McDonald's. Okay, everybody who's asking about the lesson material, you'll receive that during next week by email together with your certificate, providing your video camera has been switched on and you have attended the full lesson from beginning to end. Okay? Because the certificate says that you've attended and completed the training. So unless you've attended the full session and your camera switched on, you will not get the certificate or the material. All right, guys? Because you can use that certificate and put it on your resume as training attended. Okay? So you need to have attended the session. Yes, Majaki, any questions? Go ahead, Majaki. Are you there, Majaki? Majaki, are you there? Yes, Majaki. Again, Govind, Majaki Ramamuro, MAJAKERAMARUMO. Can you send that student my number, please? Govind, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody wants my number, please communicate with my co-host. He will send you my number. In actual fact, Govind, you can share it with everyone if you like. It's okay. Go ahead. My co-host will put my WhatsApp number in the chat box for everyone now, okay? And if you have any questions, please WhatsApp me. Say, my name is Jack Goma. I attended BizTalk on e-commerce. I have a question. Tell me who you are and what your question is. Allow me up to 3 working days to answer you. All right, everyone? Has everyone enjoyed my BizTalk? Show me your hands. Let's go. Who's enjoyed my BizTalk? All right. I hope you enjoyed my session. I hope you learned something. And I encourage you that if you run a business, e-commerce is the way forward. If you need help, message me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my co-host, Mr. Govind. Till I see you again next week or the week after. Goodbye. God bless you. I love you all. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. I love you all. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.